Good morning, you guys. Today we are going to finish up chapter 4. We are on the last lesson, lesson 4.12, and this is our problem solving lesson. So we're going to take all our skills from chapter 4 and now try to apply them to word problems. So today I need you guys to go ahead and grab your math journal, your pencil, and if you need to, a multiplication chart. We will be on page 267 today. So if you need to pause the video, go ahead and do that now. We're on page 267. We're going to work out numbers 1 through 4 together. Again, like I said in my other videos, if you guys are feeling pretty confident, you can work out all these problems by yourself and then unpause the video and come back and make sure, double check that you got your answers correct on your own. And if you didn't, you can just watch the explanation and figure out where your mistake was. All right, so we are on page 267, number 1. It says a firehouse pantry has 52 cans of vegetables and 74 cans of soup. Each shelf holds 9 cans. What is the least number of shelves needed for all the cans? So your math journal first is going to ask you to make what they're calling a bar model, which is actually, it's kind of like a tape diagram. I'm actually going to skip that step because I think that you guys can pretty confidently add and divide on your own without a model. But if you are interested in looking at the model, it's on page 265. It's really a tape diagram. And so on page 267, number 1, it says first draw a bar model. I'm going to ignore that step and I'm just going to move to the second step. It says add to find the total number of cans. So because we are trying to figure out what is the least number of shelves needed, we know that each shelf holds 9 cans. First you need to figure out how many how many cans you have. So you have 52 cans of vegetables, and you also have 74 cans of soup. To find the total, we're going to add those up. So 2 plus 4 is 6, 5 plus 7 is 12. So in all, I have 126 cans. And I am putting them onto different shelves, and each shelf holds 9 cans. So to figure out how many shelves I need, we're going to divide our cans by 9. I think you guys should probably have enough room to work this out on your paper. If not, you can use scratch paper, or I think on the side there's a place to show your work. So 126 divided by 9. So remember that if you look, you start with the 1. 9 can't go into 1, so remember we start with a 0. Or if you know how to skip this step, go ahead. Subtract 0, 1 left over, bring the 2 down. So 12 divided by 9 is 1. Subtract 9 times 1, which was 9. 3 left over, bring the 6 down. 36 divided by 9 is 4, because I know that 9 times 4 is 36, and you have a remainder of 0. So the number of shelves that I need, I don't know if you can see that, I need 14 shelves for my cans. Alright, that's number 1. Number 2, though, kind of goes along with it. So when you're done, take a look at number 2. It says, what if 18 cans fit on a shelf? What is the least number of shelves needed? Describe how your answer would be different. So you could go work out the whole problem again, but this time think about 18 instead of 9, dividing by 18 instead of 9. But there is another trick to think about this. If you think about this, if 18 cans can fit on a shelf In the last question, it said 9 cans. 9 is half of 18. So imagine this. Here are your, I'm going to draw up my shelves over here. Here are my shelves. In the first question, it said that 9 cans fit on a shelf. If you did, here are my cans, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cans on one shelf. And let's say you had a second shelf with another 9 cans. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That would be the first problem. I would need 2 shelves for 18 cans. But in the second problem, it says, what if you can actually fit 18 cans on one shelf? So if you moved these cans, these 9 cans, up to this shelf, because 9 plus 9 is 18, you're actually like taking away a shelf. It's like you're cutting the number of shelves in half. And so what is the least number of shelves you would need? If you need half of the number of shelves as you did in number 1, you would only need 7 shelves. Because if, I'm going to do the number sign because my writing's really big. If the number of cans on each shelf is doubled from 9 to 18, the number of shelves, remember when you have an F at the end, you're changing it to multiple shelves, it turns into a V. The number of shelves needed is cut in half, like my picture kind of showed you. Okay, so that's number 2. We're going to do 3 and 4 together. So when you're ready, go on to 3 and 4. Again, you could try them on your own. Oops. Number 3 and number 4, mine kind of looks slightly different. You have an area to show your work off to the side, or you could use scratch paper if you need to. So I'm going to label down here that I'm going to show my work for number 3 on this side, and then I'll do number 4 on the other side. All right, number 3 says, Julio's dad bought 10 dozen potatoes. The potatoes were equally divided into 6 bags. All right, 10 dozen potatoes into 6 bags. How many potatoes are in each bag? All right, first of all, it doesn't say he bought 10 potatoes. It says he bought 10 dozen potatoes. So remember that 1 dozen, like a dozen donuts or a dozen eggs, is really 12. So first figure out how many potatoes this guy has. 10 dozen, I know 1 dozen is 12, so I'm going to multiply by 10 times 12. Now this is a basic fact you should have memorized, or you could use a zeros trick, or if you really don't remember, you could do the double digit multiplication. But 10 times 12 is 120. Then we are dividing it into 6 bags. So now I'm going to squeeze this in and do 120 divided by 6. You could do long division, or if you remember the zeros trick, actually let me erase this and I will show you the zeros trick. 120 divided by 6. If you can remember your basic fact that 12 divided by 6 is 2, just recognize there's a 0, an extra 0 on the end, so 120 divided by 6 would be 20. So how many potatoes in each bag? Number 3, there are 20 potatoes. You would get the same answer if you did long division though too. And then number 4 says, at the garden shop, each small tree costs $125 and each large tree costs $225. How much will 3 small trees and 1 large tree cost? Okay. This actually has nothing to do with division. This is all going to be multiplying and adding. So we're going to get 3 small trees. If you know that 3 small trees, each small tree cost $125. First, figure out how much the trees are going to cost, the small trees. So I'm going to do 125 times 3. Because each one costs $125 and I'm getting 3. 5 times 3 is 15. Carry the 1. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 more is 7. 1 times 3 is 3. So the small trees cost $375. You're also going to get 1 large tree. And it says each large tree costs $225. So nothing to multiply since you're only getting 1. So now add them up. Remember how to add. 5 plus 5 is 0. Carry the 1. 7 plus 2 is 9. Plus 1 more would give me 10. 3 plus 2 is 5. Plus 1 more is 6. So how much will it cost? $600. All right, I am going to stop there. You guys go ahead, log on to Clever and Think Central, and you should find the 4.12 assignment to start working on. If you need any help, just let me know. Talk to you later.